The Royal International Air Tattoo, better known by its acronym RIAT, has for decades stood as a hallmark of aviation professionalism, cooperation, and excellence. The show is not a commercial exposition nor simply a public spectacle. It is a structured and highly organized convergence of air forces, aviation manufacturers, support crews, and defense experts from around the globe. Every aspect of the event is designed with precision, from the scheduling of flight demonstrations to the arrangement of static displays, from technical briefings to ceremonial awards. What sets RIAT apart is not just its scale but its underlying ethos, one rooted in global collaboration through aviation, where even countries with competing interests present aircraft side by side in the spirit of mutual respect and aerospace innovation. Held annually at RAF Fairford, a Royal Air Force station in England, RIAT typically runs over 3 days and hosts thousands of spectators, hundreds of aircraft, and dozens of military delegations. Aircraft featured at RIAT span generations and mission profiles, from the newest stealth platforms and unmanned systems to legacy aircraft that have served for decades. The static display portion is particularly significant. Unlike flight demonstrations, which focus on maneuverability and speed, static displays offer a more contemplative and technical experience. Visitors walk among the aircraft, observe structural features up close, and engage directly with the pilots, engineers, and mission support personnel responsible for them. One of the central honors given each year is the Concours d'Elegance Trophy, an award dedicated to the most outstanding static aircraft display in terms of presentation, condition, visual impact, and professionalism. The award is not tied to flight performance or combat capability. It is not a measure of how powerful, expensive, or technologically advanced an aircraft is. Rather, it recognizes how well an aircraft is maintained and presented and how effectively the team communicates its role, relevance, and heritage to a diverse and inquisitive audience. Winning this award is regarded within military aviation circles as a significant achievement, not because it implies superiority, but because it reflects an attention to detail and an ability to represent an entire air force through one aircraft. In 2025, this honor was given to a C-130H Hercules aircraft. The C-130 is a transport aircraft originally designed by Lockheed Martin and has been in operation for over 60 years. What distinguishes the C-130 from many other aircraft is its versatility. It can perform tactical and strategic missions, airdrop supplies, evacuate civilians, deliver humanitarian aid, refuel helicopters in flight, and even support combat operations indirectly through logistics. While it lacks the sleek shape of a fighter jet or the imposing size of a strategic bomber, its effectiveness lies in its ability to operate under conditions that would challenge many other aircraft: short runways, poor infrastructure, adverse weather, and extended flight times. The specific C-130H that received the award in 2025 arrived in the UK after an extended flight involving international airspace coordination and multiple logistical preparations. The aircraft's crew and support team were responsible not only for safe navigation and performance during the trip but also for preparing it for display immediately upon arrival. This preparation included external detailing, alignment of access panels and markings, secure installation of informational materials, and adherence to RIAT safety and accessibility standards. What made this C-130H stand out to judges and attendees was the theme of its display. In line with RIAT's 2025 theme Eyes in the Skies, which focused on airborne intelligence, reconnaissance, and situational awareness, the aircraft was decorated in a way that reflected not combat aggressiveness but technological alertness and aerial support roles. The paintwork was clean, vivid, and uniquely adapted for the show, not an operational paint scheme, but a custom livery intended to visually communicate the theme. The artwork was not excessively flamboyant, rather, it struck a balance between symbolism and clarity, designed to resonate with both technical professionals and casual observers. The paint scheme was only one aspect of its award-winning presence. Equally important was the professionalism of its crew. Visitors to the aircraft, including aviation analysts, engineers, students, and even families, were greeted with clear, respectful, and informative interactions. The crew was well versed in the aircraft specifications, mission profiles, maintenance schedule, operational history, and modifications. Their willingness to answer questions, explain technical details, and share operational experiences helped bridge the gap between the general public and the world of military aviation. The Concours d'Elegance Award is not given lightly. The panel of judges responsible for its selection typically includes retired air chiefs, senior engineers, curators of aviation museums, and veterans of previous RIAT competitions. These individuals bring not only technical expertise but also deep institutional knowledge. They evaluate entries across a range of criteria: paint quality, surface condition, theme coherence, presentation materials, environmental compliance, and human interaction. Static aircraft are viewed in context, not just as machines, but as representatives of organizational culture and professional standards. Winning this award is not a result of chance. It is the product of months of planning and teamwork. From the initial design of the livery to the selection of the support crew, from transport logistics to the training of spokespersons, every step requires coordination and discipline. Even something as small as a misplaced panel, a smudge on the fuselage, or a vague answer to a technical question can affect the judge's decision. In the case of the C-130H, the result reflected exceptional execution in every category. The aircraft's win was acknowledged during the closing ceremony of RIAT 2025, where it was publicly listed among the year's official award recipients. Attendees and media covering the event highlighted it as a surprise success, not because it came from a lesser-known airframe, but because it managed to capture attention and admiration in a field crowded with more visibly advanced or newer aircraft. It reminded many that aerospace excellence is not always about cutting-edge design or superior firepower. Sometimes, it is about consistency, care, and the human ability to make something familiar feel extraordinary again. The recognition is not likely to affect defense policy or aircraft procurement decisions, but it does contribute to the broader professional reputation of the team behind the aircraft. In future international exercises, forums, and defense conferences, the award may serve as a point of reference, a demonstration of commitment to excellence beyond mission requirements. It validates the idea that aircraft are not just tools for strategic effect but also instruments of diplomacy, learning, and shared technological identity. The C-130H's success at RIAT 2025 is more than a moment of pride. It is a case study in how preparation, presentation, and professionalism can converge to achieve international recognition in a highly competitive and high-standard environment. The aircraft, though utilitarian in form, became a symbol of excellence not because it was the newest or fastest, but because it reflected the collective effort of those who built, flew, maintained, and displayed it with care. That is what the Concours d'Elegance ultimately rewards, not machines, but the people and principles behind them.